Hi everyone, and welcome to another trip of...
Welcome to another episode of Trip Around the Metaverse. Yep. So Carl went on fast forward and skip it as well at the same time there. Maybe you should just make it a gimmick and just maybe I can just skip the next couple of lines and just go on something else and make it sound like a glitch.
Oh god. Welcome. And with your host.
I feel like you're Psycho Sid right now. Take another thing. No, we're live.
Welcome to the episode. With your host Carl Charles
and CY Chung.
And today we're gonna have a nice little conversation about reboots. Everyone's favorite thing in the world at the moment.
Film-wise, not like because they're going to be in comics or TV shows.
That might come on later on in the line.
Yeah, we're just doing films specific ones.
Yeah, which could be seen as quite divisive in people's eyes. So I've collected myself now. So if you don't know what a reboot is, I don't know, you've been your whole life. Is where an established property has been decided to start again for some apparent reason due to maybe lack of interest in a film before or
money.
Yeah, it's always come down to money.
Yeah, I mean, look, someone writes a story with this character in it and they think they can make money out of it, essentially. Yeah. But that's why they're rebooting it, because they're like, okay, well, forget what happened before. Yeah. Freshly take.
Yes.
So saying that, this one, Conan the Barbarian in 1982 with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold, yeah.
And Conan the Barbarian in 2011 with Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Now, Conan Barbarian.
Yeah.
1982. It's not. It's actually quite an entertaining film.
Yeah,
it's a great soundtrack and it's very memorable. Yeah. I don't think it's great, but you remember bits and pieces of it. Yeah. It's definitely stuff like it's entertaining, and you'd be like, okay, I remember this, I remember that, I remember the Wheel of Pain, some dodgy makeup from James Earl Jones where his face turns into a snake and then they snip that, they cut something and they cut it, it's almost like a snake face already. It's like, okay, alright. Yeah, and the CGI spirits that are going after Conan's body after he got hung up by the... Look, there's memorable set pieces there, definitely there, but when I was watching the Conan Jason Momoa one, I was like... This is just this could have been anything. This could have been any action epic. Not saying that Arnold's one was close to the source material either, because it had the Austrian accent. But it was a swords and sandals kind of epic. Yeah, it was more than the sum of its pieces. Yeah, what basically. the budget would let be. They kind of didn't stop the presentation of the film.
Yeah, just kept on chugging through.
But Jason Momoa's one is like. This could have been anything. There didn't need to be a Conan...
No. I like that film.
Which one?
The Jason Momoa one. Right. But like you're saying, it could have been a brand new franchise or whatever, and it would have... I personally think it would have done better.
I kind of think that Jason Momoa kind of suited the part.
He does, yeah.
But there wasn't anything in the film that was, I'd say... What's the worth of rebooting it?
Yeah. It didn't do anything for the franchise. Yeah. So if they just made like... Steve the Caveman. This is me randomly throwing out. That's the title name. Like, I reckon it would have got more people seeing it, because like if you're rebooting Conan, which has like a huge following or whatever, and at that point Jason Momoa wasn't as big as he is now.
Oh, you mean physically or,
or
popularity?
Popularity wise, right.
Yeah. Because also physically he's not.
Yeah, he's not as big. Well, he's more naturally big.
No. As he is now.
Yeah, that as well. So I think that's. You putting him into that film, who's got a huge fan base, ain't gonna draw people into it. If they did that now and slightly made the script better, I reckon it would have done a lot better.
I have to say, I do wonder how Aquaman got made over $1 billion at the box office, but that's kind of like something else that's not to do with it. But from that point, if you're saying he's a draw, so he would have probably made more money. But I'm not saying it's not because he wasn't a draw that it was. Didn't make money or however much. It was not as good. It's just I don't think the script was. If it's just they had more money, they threw more budget at it, and then it's kind of like it could have been. Yeah. But it didn't need to be a Conan thing.
No, it could have been like I said, Caveman Steve. Yeah. It didn't bring nothing new to the franchise either, so it was kind of pointless. Yeah. But a good film.
Doom. What's it called? Doom. Dwayne Johnson. So Doom. Dwayne Johnson. Yeah. The Rock's Doom. Yeah. And Doom Annihilation.
Doom 2005, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. and Doom Annihilation from 2019. Have you seen Doom Annihilation?
I saw the trailer. I was like,
okay. So it was more Doom than Doom 2005.
Yeah.
But it was such a small scale. I like the idea of the spaceship being overrun by hell monsters and stuff like that. It's fine. I just don't think they're trying to keep it in one area, which is to save budgets. Fair enough.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
I don't think they executed as well as what they wanted to.
Yeah.
Because there was no. It was more of an action film and not a. I don't say sci-fi space horror or whatever. Like, it was just kind of. It didn't have any charismatic actors to it. It didn't have anyone that you kind of cared for to give an emotional weight to the film. It was just like a bit of an action film, but I want to say low budget action film. At least the Rock's one had The Rock.
It had The Rock being a dick. It had Keith Urban.
Carl Urban.
That's a country singer, but Carl Urban. And there has someone else famous. I can't remember who, but
Dexter Fletcher.
Yeah. See, at least with that, even that film. It's kind of dated now if you watch it, whatever, but it's quite entertaining. May not really follow that much of the source material of the game, but what game film does. So I thought that's good, but I didn't see why.
It's the Rock.
Yeah, before he became the Rock he is now.
Yeah, but no, it's just like he adds to it.
Yeah,
when he turns heel in the film, he adds to it.
Yeah, he adds to it. It's when the film sort of picks up.
Exactly. Yeah. I'd say funny enough. I mean, like you might not think Doom 2005 is great. But it's probably better than Annihilation.
It's got watchable moments.
Yeah.
Like, if it's on TV, I'm like, okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Doom 2005, not Annihilation. No, God, no.
Look,
any film with the name Annihilation in it, except for the one on Netflix, is terrible. More about Annihilation, to point out.
I was going to put that myself.
Put it out there, you know.
Okay. All right. Dredd. Judge Dredd 2000 and... Dredd 2012 and Judge Dredd in 1995.
The reboot was better.
Much better.
I remember when the first one came out, was it Judge Dredd?
Yeah.
I was about 10 or whatever it was. And even, I knew a little bit about Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
And I saw the trailers like, this film it's going to be pretty good. And then they changed the film. Yeah, because originally, the film was about Judge Dredd protecting this kid who saw murder by some high... corporation thing.
Yeah.
And he was basically watching that kid. It was the same kid who's in Last Action Hero.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they decided to change it to the mess.
Wait, so they didn't film any of this?
They filmed it. They filmed bits of it, and then I think it might have tested not well, or they just decided to change it. I don't know the whole backstory.
Yeah.
And then they turned into Dredd having a twin and him taking off his helmet 2 minutes into the film.
Yeah.
Which in the comics to this day, Dredd still hasn't taken off his helmet.
Yeah.
But Sylvester Stallone.
Well, here's the thing. Strangely enough, they're saying, the argument was for, if you're going to pay a star like that, you want to advertise his face in it, yeah? But then you got Carl Urban for the next one, he keeps his face covered all the time, so I don't see how that argument kind of like...
It doesn't work. But it's ego thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Look, that Judge Dredd, 1995, is kind of hammy. Yeah. I am the law and stuff.
I am the law.
The spandex and the cod pieces and stuff like that. And Rob Schneider. I don't want to say it's a joke of a film.
Yeah.
Because it's like some people act in the film as though it is serious, and then you got other people acting in the film as though it's not.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, what are you?
Yeah. But Dredd 2012 on the opposite end of the scale. Great stuff. Great film. Even though it's confined in a certain small space, and even though the Raid came out relatively the same time with people saying copycat or whatever. Yeah. But it's like, look, both of them copied Die Hard.
Exactly. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Nothing's original no more.
Yeah, exactly. But it was great. I think they had good elements of Judge Dredd, the multiple guns, and then you would have thought we would have more fist fights with the actual judges, the other judges that come in and are under Mama's control. Yeah. And they kind of choose an obscure villain like Mama to be the lead bad person here, and physically she's not much of a threat, but it's not that, it's everything else. They're maniacs.
Yeah.
I would have thought myself there was going to be creative uses of Judge Anderson's telepathic powers, where they'd be outside the room or whatever it is, and then she'd just kind of motion where the people are, so then they could take them out with single shots before that sort of thing. But they didn't kind of use that But hey,
Yeah.
you can only do so much.
I think with that, how they like sort of got around that, which I thought, okay, it sort of makes sense.
Yeah.
Because what you said about makes sense. Like, she's not really in. She doesn't really know how to use her powers that well.
Yeah.
So if there was a sequel, they might have
Yeah.
like elaborated onto that.
And obviously, because like this, you you think, oh, maybe they're going to use the Judge Dredd's Joker,
Yeah.
which would be Judge Death.
Jeff, yeah.
But I don't think he'd suit I don't want to say a low budget film like this because it's not a massive budget film. But
Yeah.
Judge Death is more of a, I don't know, a multiverse. It doesn't suit a gritty urban film. Yeah.
Because that film's trying to be realistic.
Yeah.
But yeah, not sci-fi, but yeah, what you mean. But if you bring that into it, sort of.
Unless they're gonna have some dude come in there called Judge Death, but then why would you call a dude? Why would a judge be called Judge Death?
It makes no. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did like the end. In the end, it was the best when you just grabbed their face and threw it.
Oh yeah. When he gave her the slow mo drug,
yeah.
and then basically so it made sense. Judge, jury, and executioner throw out of the building, and then when she splattered on the floor, she must have felt that for ages. But hey, I don't even know if the slow mo drug is in the comics, but to make it like the key reason why they went to the building made sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
And then everyone in the building is like, well, you know what? There'll be a reward if
if you kill the judge or whatever. Yeah.
So, but definitely, I mean, look, one film here, Judge Dredd 1995 is on the opposite scale.
Yeah, this is where reboots do work.
yeah. Well, it's a shame we never got his an actual movie or series or something like that. I think they're making a Mega City 1 or something like that.
Okay.
And Carl had been saying he's up for being Judge Dredd, like back and forth in the series. If they make a series, he could, just make guest appearances here and there, which makes sense.
I'll be down with that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, but it's just a shame they never made more movies like for this. Okay. Fantastic Four. Now, there's Fantastic Four 1994 never got released. Fantastic Four 2005. Fantastic Four 2015.
Fan Four stick. Yeah.
So, which of these have you seen?
I've seen all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
You seen 1994 one?
Yeah, I have on DVD.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
right. Okay, no, I have not seen that 1994 one. I have seen the 2005 and 2015 one. So, do you want to give me the lowdown on the 2004 one? Whether it's worth watching or not, or so bad that it's good?
I wouldn't say it's so bad it's good. It's
just bad.
It's just bad. It's one of those things, experience it and then just forget it ever happened. Like everyone
Did you watch a
does.
documentary on it?
No, I need to watch that. I heard that's meant to be pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just so low budget. Like literally, when a visible woman are visible, like say she's holding something, you literally can see the string.
Right. Because I saw a segment as well where not only she goes invisible, she's intangible as well because you've got two henchmen that do the cartoony run towards her. She disappears and then you hit each other. And it's like,
obviously, you didn't read the source material.
Yeah. I'm like, she's not intangible as well.
She's not key pride.
I don't think for the low budget film, the thing didn't look that bad, but it did look like it was made of pebbles. That's the problem. Was Johnny Storm drawn as like an animated Human Torch? When he was doing Human Torch, was it a cartoon?
I can't remember. I don't think he was actually Human Torch that much. So, like, I'll show him I have a flame hand and stuff like that. But I don't think he was ever like flame on Human Torch. Well, I saw about like 15 years ago. So I don't remember.
Okay. Exercised it from your mind.
Yeah, very much.
All right. So you're saying that first one, no matter what, is still bad.
Yeah.
All right. What about the 2005 one?
At the time, I liked it because there wasn't much superhero films going on at the time. It sort of captured the campiness of the first family of Marvel.
Yeah.
But when you watch it now, it doesn't hold up.
I don't think it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Johnny Storm, Chris Evans was as good as Johnny Storm. He was a standout there because he was like the dude.
Yeah.
But he had the most personality of everyone because they kind of like were just too. I don't want to play it straight.
Yeah.
Sue Storm didn't even need to be.
Just Garbo.
No. But like the engineer or whatever she was, a scientist, because. It makes more sense for her to be on a spaceship if she's a scientist, kind of, Yeah. But I don't think she needed to be in particular. But then again, why would you have her?
Yeah, but isn't she a scientist in the comic?
If you're saying the Ultimates.
No,
not the classic universe or anything.
I don't know what else she is.
Here's the funny thing in the classic universe, right? So Mr. Fantastic builds a spaceship. He's a scientist, right?
Yeah.
What are Johnny Storm and Sue Storm doing there?
Yeah, so I'm thinking now.
I mean, Ben Grimm's the astronaut, fair enough.
Yeah,
But you're just like, oh yeah, two of my friends just come along and whatever.
One underage as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like,
Right.
I'm gonna bring my girlfriend's little brother.
Yeah, so but that's
What can
the
go
thing.
wrong?
I think the same slight problem here. It's like, okay, fair enough. Sue Storm's a scientist, and Reed Richards scientist, right?
Yeah.
What's Johnny Storm doing there? They're both astronauts. Ben Grimm was also there. They're both astronauts.
But then what? Yeah, it's so much.
But then he's such a dude. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Chris Evans is such he plays a himbo.
Yeah.
Essentially. I mean, he's got the charisma. What I did kind of like the Thing suit as well.
Yeah, the Thing looked good. I think it was better than CGI.
Yeah, but they could have used CGI to clean up certain movements if they wanted to. But the practical suit didn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Though there was a segment where Ben Grimm's fiance at the time puts the ring on the ground.
Yeah.
And he's trying to pick up his fat fingers. I'm like, that's kind of out of order.
Yeah, that made it. I actually felt like, that's quite sad.
Yeah, because he couldn't pick it up. It's like, oh man, that was probably the most like. I'm gonna say the heart-wrenching thing, but it was like, that's just out of order. You're a cold woman. You're a cold woman doing that.
Should just kept the ring.
You gotta either hand it to him or something like that.
Send him in a post or something.
He's just poking at the floor trying to pick it up, and it's like, oh man, that's just out of order. You know what I mean? Just leaving him in the lurch there, just basically, threw him in the fire in front of everyone, and then he can't do anything about it. It's like, even though it was unintentional, that sort of. I don't think they made it to make it look like that. Yeah, but it's just like, we were watching it going, oh man, that woman.
But I would say, quickly just touch upon the sequel. I would say the first one's better than the sequel.
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay, this is an awkward thing, but I think the sequel is kind of probably more a bit more fun.
Yeah.
A bit more silly. But the first one was actually trying to do family dynamics and stuff like that.
I didn't understand. Doctor Doom looked good, but I didn't understand.
It's probably as well the second one, the Galactus hive or whatever it is they took from the Ultimates. It's like,
which made sense in a way, but doesn't at the same time.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the Doom stuff. That was a bit weird.
Yeah.
Doom looked awesome, but just made no sense.
Yeah. Okay, so what about Fantastic? 2000.
Controversial opinion here.
Yeah.
I actually like that film.
Right. So when I saw it coming on cinema and how, I don't know, savage the reviews were.
Yeah.
I was like to my friends, come watch it with me. I want to watch a good train wreck of a film, right? But then it's not even if it's entertaining. They were like to me, if it's an entertaining train wreck, I'm like, I think it's actually going to be genuinely bad. They're like, no, I'm not wasting my money on that. I kind of read up on the original, how they wanted to, like the body horror and stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, because they like go into space or whatever the negative thing, and the bodies get mutated. Being a great idea, however. Is that really the fan base, like to PG-13 kind of fan base? I don't think it would be what you kind of aim at unless you do the body horror bit and to the point where then they turn into a superhero team, and it'd have to be in the first. They have to resolve that stuff in the first couple of acts and stuff like that. I mean, it's a good, interesting concept. I don't think you can execute it the way with the Fantastic Four being that fan base is more of a space adventurers. I don't want to say space adventurers, but they kind of
adventurers,
like, explorers, whatever they like crime fighting team with the family dynamics. Now here's the strange thing: why is the Thing like 7 foot, 8 foot, or whatever he is? In the comics, he's only like 6 foot. I think they've started to draw him bigger in the comics as well, which is odd. When you see the top trumps, remember the top trumps?
Yeah.
So when you have the superhero cards, top trumps. He's only like 6 foot, and Mr. Fantastic 6'1". You're like, okay, fair enough. So he must be compact and dense, right?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
But I think they started drawing him bigger simply because they drew the Hulk a certain size, and like proportionally, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, some people, like some comics have drawn him. I think in the Ultimates they made him bigger.
I think they did. Yeah. Wasn't that too much bigger?
But here he's massive.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, now this film kind of made more sense to a certain degree while everyone was there. So you can't. So you have scientists, Doom. You have scientist Reed Richards, biologist or whatever she is, Sue Storm.
Yeah.
Engineer Johnny Storm can do cars. So at least if they make whatever, then at least he could create whatever it is. If they trapped with them, he's there for a reason. Why was Ben Grimm there? Just for jokes, it seemed. You know.
What was his? Yeah, I'm trying to think. What was he?
I think he came back from the military at that point.
Unless he was
visiting Reed back from the military, but the issue is like if they made him like he was the guard at the like he got transferred to that particular the Baxter building, and he because Reed put in the word for him. It's like okay, at least his presence there is a reason that he's there as a guard or like protection or something. And then when they say okay, we're going to go to this thing, come with us to guard. I mean, it makes sense, but it's just like he just bunched in with them randomly, and then he's like okay, right. I mean, they updated Johnny Storm to be pretty cool. I think why his presence there.
Yeah,
but you know, this is what gets me is why is Johnny Storm black and Sue Storm white? I know they say it's adopted, but why couldn't you just either have them both white or both black? It just didn't make any sense to just have one or the other. It just
no. I got it. I was like, okay, it makes sense. It's like sort of because inclusivity, you know.
No. But then I was just saying, if you don't want, why don't you just make a, for example, if they were both if Sue Storm and Johnny Storm were brother and sister and they're both white, make a Miss Fantastic black.
I think why because this is my I think because. If you change both of them, people would complain. Yeah, that's why I think.
But then they shouldn't just really not have had them as a family, and you could have just said, okay, they just happen to have the same surname. They're from two.
Yeah, but then,
I know, but then you lose the brother and sister.
Yeah, and people complain about that.
I don't see why they just made one and the other. Just it just made any sense to me.
Yeah, I see. Like I said, I see where they're going with it, but I didn't mind that. I was like, oh, okay, cool, you know. But at least, and then I'd like to sort of change that she was adopted rather than he being adopted, because then it'll go on to not to
white privilege, right?
The white savior sort of thing. Yeah. So it's like okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That's cool. And they did act like brother and sister, so I was like, that's cool. That's not like we're just brother and sister by title.
I don't think it was badly cast actually. I think like people could have played their parts. Like I mean, they had the capability of playing the right parts, and I don't think Michael B. Jordan was actually that bad as Johnny Storm either. He was pretty good. It was notable in it. Yeah. But Jamie Bell's the only one I'd say when he was playing the thing that was a bit odd. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Because his voice just didn't suit the CGI thing. Yeah. I think that's what it was, the killer. Yeah. Overall, though, what do you think of the entire? So you thought it was good?
I thought it was good. It was. Like, it's not sounding bad. For the Fantastic Four, it was good because what are they really? I mean, like, I've never been a huge Fantastic Four fan or whatever, but like, I just thought, okay, they're trying to make it more sort of serious. I liked how they represented Doom, how he was like, human races treat me like shit. Oh, sorry. Treat me like crap, so I hate human race. I'm going to build my new planet, my new world on this place. I liked how his power. I didn't really explain his powers, but not the last film they explained his powers. And I like the melted face thing. I thought it was pretty good.
I think there were some good concepts in it. Yeah, and how they got the power from negative zone did make sense. Yeah, I think they just like hot shotted the last half hour. Yeah, like, I don't want to say that was definitely the reshoots, but basically they really cut the film really quick to get to a certain point because they were like probably this film's gonna tank, just get it over and done with. Get to the action point, just get out of the way.
I reckon even the original version, I think that would have been probably worse. To be fair,
well, who knows exactly about the original version? I'm interested to see it, but because it seems like the body horrors. I mean, like I said, I don't think it would have suited a Fantastic Four movie, but at least it would have been, I want to say, consistent. Yeah. But all three of these movies, would you say? Lump them in the missable.
Yeah, missable. Much I like fan.
By the way, how can you reboot a franchise 3 times? Yeah, I mean 2 times. But 3 movies and none of them are good. Yeah. What jokes? Yeah. Okay. Halloween. Now, here's the awkward thing, right? So, first Halloween, 1987, right? Yeah. But are we counting H2O from 1998 as a reboot?
Not really, because
it's a continuation of that. Yeah. That first one, but forgetting everything in between. So are we saying continuations don't count here?
Continuations don't count.
So it's a clean reboot, yeah? Yeah. So that means Halloween 2018 doesn't count either, yeah? Because it's still a reboot. No, that's still a continuation from the first one as well. So Halloween 1978 did happen.
No, it's a complete reboot.
No. Halloween 2018 is not a complete reboot.
Oh no, sorry, I keep thinking of the
Rob Zombie one from 2007. Okay, so we're only talking about 1978 and 2007, yeah?
Actually, no, let's do what you said.
No, I'm just trying to clarify because they are continuations and it kind of like it's an awkward one because it's like what had you count a reboot and what not.
I think you're right. What you're saying, like, I would class reboot now. Okay. Right. Like, for example, like Terminator.
Yeah.
The X amount of reboots that's got. So anything that says, okay, this is sort of a fresh start. We're going
from this point, yeah.
From this point, but we're certain things from like a previous one will take.
Yeah.
But then anything after that doesn't count. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. It's more interesting.
Okay. So. All right. How do you want to go through this? Because we got multiple different things to do too.
All right. H2, I'll say miss.
You know, it's H2 is kind of. You could watch.
Actually, no.
Halloween 1 and 2, and then H2O. Yeah. Kind of. They're not. I think the first one's most memorable because it's like home invasion slasher.
Yeah.
Not slasher, but like this guy will murder you.
Yeah.
H2O you come back, but it's a little bit more campy.
Yeah.
I think this is during the Scream era where they kind of they poked up a little bit fun at themselves at this point. They knew what was going on. I think the one from 2007, Rob Zombie's one. That was a slasher.
That was a slasher.
But the new one, 2018 one, which is kind of a reboot from there.
Yeah.
Brings it back to how it was meant to be, just like some mentally disturbed dude going around trying to
killing people.
Yeah.
He had no rhyme or reason. Which sometimes better.
It's good that they rebooted from H2O, like the everything previous to Michael Myers. But this one, it starts off good. Like the first Halloween. The second, like 1998 reboot is alright.
It's alright, yeah.
Rob Zombie's one was also alright as well if you know what you're going in for.
Yeah.
But I'd say the 2018 one and the 1978 one, definitely watch.
Yeah.
They're the most watchable of all these.
Yeah.
I'd say the Rob Zombie's one, H2O and Rob Zombie ones are kind of relative to each other, entertainment wise. But if you're going for a slasher or if you're going for a,
I would say the Rob Zombie one and H2O. They're sort of also films of that time period.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I was saying about H2O, it's set in it. It's like every sort of film that time like between the Scream era and whatever. And the same sort of with the 2007 one when they try to make everything nitty and gritty and stuff like that, which they were trying to do in the 2000s. So I'll say that if you're on a 90s kick or a 2000 kick, watch them.
Definitely movies of their time.
Yeah, definitely. The other two, to me, at the moment anyways, feel sort of timeless.
Yeah, it's true. Now, we don't count, on this next one, we're not counting TV movies, are we? Hulk, right? Hulk 2003, Hulk 2008. Are we counting? We're not counting TV movies, right? Not the Incredible Hulk Returns and none of that stuff.
Hulk, nah, because they're just extra long movies. Nah,
we're sticking straight to films, yeah? Okay. So, any opinions on these two?
Watch
There's Hulk and Incredible Hulk.
That's Incredible Hulk is a really good film. Yeah. Very underrated, my opinion.
Yeah. I enjoyed it as well.
It made you
controversial. I do think Edward Norton is actually a better Bruce Banner than Mark Ruffalo.
I'll say to a certain extent. Yeah. But I'll agree with you on that.
He looks like that. The kind of
he looks more like him
as a scientist, kind of like Bruce Banner-ish.
Yeah.
But it could be like not a little bit unhinged, but like a bit of kind of try to get away from, like, he's stuck more to the, I don't know, see the fugitive story, but it's just that guy trying to cure himself and stuff. It's more true to how the original version of Hulk was back in the 60s. Any thoughts on the 2000?
The Ann Lee 2003 one?
Yeah,
it's all over the place.
Okay, strange. So the CG, he looks like a bubble man, right? He doesn't look realistic. I want to say realistic to a degree, because you could say Edward Norton's one, he looks too lean, like dehydrated, like bodybuilder. When they're doing their shows, they'd be cutting water.
Yeah.
Here he looks too. In Ang Lee's one, 2003, he looks too rotund.
Yeah.
Round, not rotund, but round. Like, looks cartoony, like physics and gravity don't affect him. Like his body just like is massive.
And like you say, he looks too green as well. Green just destroys the TV.
It makes him appear like a special effect.
Yeah, I like the face. The face looked pretty good. But the other problem with that film was actually no one. The one thing I did like about that film was a little sort of comic book.
Oh yeah, it had these
panel
separate
changes bits. Yeah.
So they had 4 screens on the actual screen, 4 little sections that you
and it'll slide over. And
there's good parts in it. But I'd say it's not a Hulk film because it's like you're thinking. It's an action movie with Incredible Hulk, right? No, this is not. It's a drama.
Drama. Yeah.
The thing is, if it wasn't a Hulk film, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
When you're watching like a character study sort of film, like so this dude with a messed up childhood, his father's experimenting on him, stuff like that, and then gets to the conclusion where he meets his dad finally, and then that's the absorbed like crazy as well, experimenting on himself and stuff like that, and how it was like all being shady to
Betty Ross.
Yeah. But that whole movie could have been not been a Hulk movie and still would have been fine.
Yeah.
But it's just like
the other.
It's not a Hulk. It's not the movie you expect from an Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Because you only thought all you thought was Gamma Dogs. I mean, okay, cool.
And his background, where he was went into witness protection, they changed his name and stuff. And
yeah, that was why.
Yeah, it just got really confusing for. Honestly, your casual, even your comic book fans, but your casual viewers, like, hold on a minute, this is meant to be Incredible Hulk, right?
Yeah, it's meant to be David Bruce Banner or Bruce Banner.
Yeah, it took a while to get to the Hulk. I think about 30-40 minutes in the film. It's not like in Batman Begins where, like,
set up and all that stuff.
Yeah. Like, by the point that in Batman Begins where he became Batman, like 40 minutes in the movie.
Yeah, but you sort of saw him get to that point. This one is literally like, what? We're Hulk now. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. All right.
But one good thing about it as well, I thought. Which I think they even touched on the film, like the angrier he gets, the bigger he gets. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, but then he got cartoonishly big.
Yeah, and you're like, he's outside the building now.
Okay, so here's the thing with the Incredible Hulk. Do you think they applied the same thing? Because people are saying when he was fighting the Abomination, when he got stabbed towards the end of the fight, and he started wrenching the Abomination off him, he got bigger and stronger. But I'm like, no, I don't.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, well, that's what people say, because how do you overpower him? Probably, but I don't know if he leveraged it or raised brute force, but it's just like I don't think he got bigger and stronger because it didn't look like his size looked still the kind of
he might have got stronger, but not like physically looking stronger. But he didn't get any bigger or anything.
But definitely 2003 canvas as a Hulk film. You don't need to watch it. 2008, I'd say. It's a good action adventure Hulk film.
But question. Did they is 2008 loosely connected to Hulk?
Okay, what they are saying... No, what they're saying, but at the end of 2003 Hulk, he's in the...
Brazil, wherever it is. Rainforest.
And that's where this one starts.
Yeah.
But they did their own... the credit sequence, they set up their story there.
Yeah.
So he was... It's more... It's kind of... No, really. Realistically speaking, no.
Yeah.
It's because it obviously would be a continuation, but I'm just saying he did end. One film ended and the other began in the same place. I think that's where the confusion is.
Yeah.
But not necessarily confusion because you could just assume the broad strokes of that 2003 happened, but the pre-credits you could kind of put into rest. Not pre-credits. The credits you could put into rest is like that couldn't have happened because we set up We set up the origin in this little package here, which makes sense because suddenly you don't need to see an origin story all over again. They just like compress it here, bam, done, and start moving.
Yeah,
because that's what it's all. You don't need to waste another movie setting up the whole. Once you've done that section and people kind of know what's going on.
Yeah, and to be fair, there's not that much of a time gap between them, so you can sort of know his sort of origin from that film. Yeah, but not say it's good film. See it.
Yeah, definitely. Kong. Now, I will count this myself because I can only say the two King Kongs I've watched. There's Peter Jackson's King Kong from 2005 and Kong Skull Island from 2017. I haven't seen any other King Kong, so if you have...
I have. I've seen a black and white one.
Which one? The 30s one or
probably
the 50s?
Ooh. I'm going to just say the 30s one.
Okay. The stop motion animation.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds about right. If you're into grey films, then watch it. We'll go move on to the ones that we've both seen then.
Yeah.
I would say Peter Jackson's one, good attempt, but I wouldn't recommend.
I felt like so it took so long to actually get to see Kong. Right. So for some reason that started falling asleep, and the whole thing that you're waiting on, right? He's fighting all these planes climbing up the Empire State Building, right?
Yeah.
And my eyes just went for a second, and then all of a sudden I see on the floor. I'm like, no, the entire thing
Film,
that I've been waiting for, I missed. I think he tried to be epic, but it was a bit of a drag.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I lie. I have seen a Kong film, and I can't remember what year it was. It's got Linda Hamilton in it. I think it was No, it was after Terminator.
Oh wow, there's
Terminator 1, yeah.
Okay.
King Kong Lives or something like that.
That sounds familiar.
But I can't remember what year.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Kong Skull Island was a much.
Yeah, I
much
love that
better
film. That's a great film.
Yeah. Even though Samuel L. Jackson's now being.
He's in every franchise.
Yeah, no. It's just that the way he acts in this film is like your typical drill sergeant who just is so pig-headed and stubborn.
Yeah.
And it's just like, people, you could get out of here, but this one guy just really has it in for this massive monkey. He's like, you can't take this massive gorilla. You cannot take him, and yet you're going to try and take him anyway.
Yeah, even though you're the one who started this problem, the gorilla. It's not like the gorilla started on you, so you have justification for having like beef with this guy.
Yeah.
You started on the gorilla.
Yeah.
And he's like, cool, I've ended this. Yeah, let's move on. But you're still pig-headed enough, like, no, we need to beat this thing. No, just give up.
Just go away.
Just stop.
But they kind of start the same way, both films actually. They go to Skull Island and stuff like that. But I think it's just because there's a bunch of Marines going to Skull Island where they're trying to fight whatever it is as well. It builds towards it, and then King Kong's fighting stuff, and he's using submarines as clubs and stuff like that.
I like how they sort of make Kong the good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's like, to that island, he's the Godzilla of the world. And Godzilla's the protector of the world.
Yeah.
So that island, Kong's the protector.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool. It makes sense. So,
and then you get little men beefing with him. You're like, come on, man.
It's like, dude, man, why are you doing this?
But I know, I'd say watch it because there's some good acting in it.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson, if you're like just being Samuel L. Jackson fighting him, he's like, he sticks on the plane. Yeah. But he's like, no, it's the monkey. It's the gorilla. It's the ape. The ape is the primate. Yeah, I'm gonna fight this thing to the death, even though he's just gonna stomp on me and kill me.
It's like
he deserves
it.
Yeah, this whole character build is deserved to the point where it's building to the point where he's gonna get crushed, and you're just waiting for him to be crushed.
It's like someone breaking into your house, you stop them and breaking your house. Like, no, don't break into my house. And then you walk away like, you know what? I know I'm in the wrong, but I need to break into this house again. That's how it's like, dude, no, just you've been caught. Put your hand up and say, okay, sorry, on my bad, and leave. But no. And I like how it's, now tied into the Godzilla universe, which is going to be amazing.
Okay, here's one I've noted down, but I'm not so sure how you're going to count it. Mad Max, 1979, and Mad Max Fury Road, 2015. Some people say it's a continuation. Some people say it could have happened in between, I think, number 2 and 3. Myself, it looks like it could have fit in part of the Mad Max the movies without being a problem.
Yeah.
Realistically speaking, there's a massive gap between Road Warrior and Beyond Thunderdome. So do you reckon it's a reboot or not? I think people are just saying it's a reboot because it's got new people.
Yeah. I think it's a continuation.
Yeah.
Because then they really say, like, with all these other reboots, they'll say, like we were saying with the Halloween.
Yeah.
Forget this happened in these films. We're just continue.
But I think I think what people are saying is as well. When he had the vision of the kid, but he never had a kid. I think he had a freshly born boy, or he never had a 7-year-old. This kid was never that age.
Yeah.
But I think they're saying in the prequel comics, there was a reason for that.
Okay.
I think something happened, and the kid was a casualty. That's why he's getting visions of it. I know they didn't explain in the film, but it looks like he's having visions of his daughter or something like that. They just need to clear that up.
Okay.
But so we're saying that's not a reboot. That's just basically like interquel or something. Like that, right? Okay. Fair enough.
But isn't Mad Max 2 basically a reboot
of Mad Max 1?
Yeah.
No?
Because then Mad Max 1 set in like not modern day, but in like society, and then number 2 is where it's all post-apocalyptic.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yes and no, but I'd say because it looks like that in part 1, but it's still post-apocalyptic, but it's not as much. I think the couple of years between that the film coming out, I think in their world, in the world of the storyline, it just got a bit worse.
Okay.
And then you got to that point. I know, because to be fair, it looks like he's running down the pier and stuff like that at certain points, and it doesn't look as bad. But I think they set it up. It is just hadn't got to the point of the
okay.
rivalry.
Yeah, I'll get that, man. Alright.
Okay. So, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh.
The 2010 and 1984.
I haven't seen the 2010 yet. I really want to see it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's got that guy in it.
Jackie Earle.
Yeah. So I want to see that. But
he's good, but I don't think it's a great... it's a slasher film, and they kind of just fall in the same... I'd say they equal level to... Okay, the first one is more of a horror film.
Yeah.
But then... But later on, it's this was... I would want to say it tries to be a horror. But because of the way that we look at films now, like if people get killed, frequently turns into it's really a slasher film.
Yeah.
I don't think they up the creepiness as well. The fact that it's not haunting.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. So that's why you're saying like it doesn't stay with you in the sense that okay, man, I'll go to sleep now and Freddy's gonna kill me. In my dream. So I think it falls more into a slasher category for myself.
Yeah.
Personally. Check it out though.
I really want it. I don't know why I haven't.
It's not. Yeah, it's middle line expectations, I'd say. Right.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Friday 13th. 2009 is the reboot.
Yeah.
And 1981, I think 1980 for the first one.
Before that, you might.
It's not. Maybe it's 89. Oh, 79. I think it's 1980. I think it's 1980. Oh. To be fair, it could be 1984. No, it's definitely after. It's definitely before 1984.
Sounds about right.
I think it's 1980 or 1981.
Yeah, 98. You're right.
Yeah. You seen them both?
Yeah, but not to memory. But
okay, so
I would say
straight up, they're both equal level. They're both slasher films at the end of the day. Yeah. So I would say they're both equal level. If no one of them are particularly bad or good.
Yeah.
They're both what I'd say the first one's more of a more attention to it.
Yeah.
Because the second one's more of a slasher, but an updated slasher with Jason. I don't know if it's human or zombie or whatever. Yeah. Mutated to some degree, but it's not like it is what it is exactly. So you'd be entertained if you're going to watch it like that. But the first one's more like, oh, these kids, they're getting killed out of nowhere. Yeah. The second one's like, oh, fatalities. Ooh, yeah, we're going to see some good kills here.
I think I would say watch the first one.
Yeah.
But if you haven't watched the first one, you have no idea who Jason is and all that stuff. Yeah. Go straight to the 2010 one.
9,
same. Yeah.
All right.
Even though it's sort of again a film of that decade.
Yeah. Piranha. Now, so Piranha from 1978.
Yeah.
And Piranha 3D, which is 2010.
Yeah.
Also Piranha 3 Double D, which is 2012. I've seen both of these films actually. And I tell you what, I have to see James Cameron's Piranha 2: The Spawning, 1981 as well. I have not seen the original Piranha.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen the original one. I've seen the stupid Piranha 3D and Piranha.
They're they're entertaining films. They're not be taken seriously.
Yeah.
There's stuff that I would like to talk about, but obviously I'm just gonna curtail it at a certain point. There's some funny stuff going on. It's jokey, campy, silly entertainment.
Yeah.
Right. And exactly kind of what you expect from panicking people that do stupid
it's
things.
Quite realistic when I think you think about it now. Yeah, people would act that way if that did happen. Yeah.
So it's definitely, I'd say, look, 3D and 3 Double D worth the watch if you want to see stupid panicky people do stupid panicky things. Yeah. But it's quite fun and silly. Not to be taken seriously at all.
It's like
joke. It's a joke. It's a Joker film, and it knows it's a Joker film.
It's on a level. It's on a level of like Sharknado, but better budget.
Yeah, better acting.
As well, better acting as well.
And better CG.
Yeah, better CG.
Okay. What about the Punishers now? There's 3 Punisher films. Dolph Lundgren's Punisher, 1989.
Yeah.
Thomas Jane's Punisher, 2004.
Yeah.
And Ray Stevenson's Punisher, 2008.
Okay.
Now, I'd say that the Ray Stevens 2008 one's the most entertaining out of these because there's some bits of over the top stupidity in this. Yeah. But it's an action film, and they tried to put some. Oh, he accidentally kills an undercover cop. He
Yeah.
it's just. I know we're not here for character drama in the first show. I'm here for you to kill and murder people. Not to kill and murder people. Kick some ass and do some like blow up some criminals. And
it would only work. That angle would only work if they sort of from the gate sort of try to make that film more serious. Because I swear, from the beginning of the film, it's just over the top.
Yeah.
So why put that seriousness into it? Like if that was,
and because he blows the parkour guy, he shoots a rocket launcher at a parkour guy and blows him up to pieces.
Yeah.
And then he punches another guy in the head and his
face comes off.
Head explodes. And then he throws Dominic West into the bottle cutting thing and cuts his face up.
And it becomes Jigsaw.
Yeah. And it's just like, okay, so I don't know if there's over the top silliness as ingrained in part of this because you want to have some over the top action pieces.
Yeah.
Or
is it just over the top?
Yeah. I mean, like, if you're trying to be serious, then you shouldn't put these elements in it.
Yeah.
You know, Dominic West just having the time of his life, being as campy as possible, like Hammy being just like, you know, scene stealer, like he's the Joker. I don't know if that's how. I don't think that's how Jigsaw is, but
I think he is.
You know, Looney Bin Jim as well, just like you got crazy characters in here.
Yeah,
but they don't suit the film if it's getting serious. Yeah.
But
I'd tell you, actually, funny enough, I think this is the best Punisher film of the three. What are you gonna say? Dolph Lundgren's is the best, right?
No.
Come on, he fights ninjas.
No, he's again. For that film, I just feel. I watched that film as a kid.
Yeah.
And I went to the end and it said the Punisher was like, "Oh, this is meant to be a Punisher film."
We talk about the guilty must be punished.
No,
I tell you the best thing in this film, that none of these Punishers can match up to that what Dolph Lundgren did. So his wife's in the car, unconscious, right?
Yeah.
He does a back spin kick to the glass.
Yeah.
That's right next to her face, breaks the glass and didn't touch her face. That is skill.
But why
you can't have that.
But why is the Punisher doing a back?
I think because they were trapped in the car.
Yeah, no, but why? But the Punisher I know doesn't use his feet.
Well, when he punched this,
he only stomps people's heads into the ground and stuff like that. Why'd he kick in a window?
Because he's trying to rescue his wife before they blow up.
He would have punched it.
That's
frank.
No, I'm just saying, in either case, when you're punching glass with that force, you're gonna probably hit the person that's just on the other. But Dolph Lundgren's Punisher did not, and he's done a spin kick from behind where you couldn't even see 100% where he's going to throw the kick.
That takes me out of the film.
That's accuracy.
That's accuracy for Dolph Lundgren.
You can't contend against
Frank Castle shouldn't be doing that.
Also, he's fighting ninjas, man. None of these other two Punishers fought ninjas. They fight just jabroni lowly humans.
Nah, I would say the Thomas Jane one is the best.
No, to be fair, Thomas Jane one probably tried to be the most story-based dramatic one. And they probably did have the best fight with Kevin Nash in it.
Yeah, the Russian. Yeah.
But I couldn't get into it. I think it probably took too long to get to the point where he was the Punisher, and then after that it took ages to try and set up what he was going to do with John Travolta, rather than at least in Ray Stevenson's one in 2008 it's just like action straight up. I know I tried to add a bit of drama. Dolph Lundgren's one, to be fair, it's not. It's an action film, but it's not really a Punisher film. It could be in anything. The Black Skull or whatever.
Yeah. Like I feel for the Dolph Lundgren one and Ray Stevens one, they made those films just to keep the license.
Okay.
That's how I feel with those films. Like, I get what you mean with the Thomas Jane one, it's sort of like slow and that stuff, but I sort of thought that was, again, that's probably sort of a product of the time, whatever it is. But
look, I'd say I'd rank those two, the Dolph Lundgren's one and Thomas Jane's one, you could probably miss. Ray Stevenson's one if you want for entertainment, but it's not great. It's not great either.
Only Thomas Jane one.
I
watch that regularly.
I don't know why you do that. I don't know why you do that. But we'll disagree there. Planet of the Apes now has 3 reboots: 1968, 2001, 2011.
Yeah.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes for that one.
Yeah.
So I'd say watch the first one, which is 1968.
Yeah.
And pretty decent film
really
actually
film,
for the like still good. But it's still good. It's still good watch. Yeah. And Rise of the Planet of the Apes. You can skip Mark Wahlberg's one.
Unless you're a Mark Wahlberg fan like moi, then skip it.
Yeah. Rise of the Planet of the Apes was a good reboot though. I know it went on to spawn its own trilogy, and it could have been seen as a prequel to Charlton Heston's.
Yeah, but I said it. Yeah.
Kind of, but I don't think they are. Kind of, really.
Yeah.
Because technology is so advanced now.
Yeah.
When they based it in 2011, where it's supposed to be, the technology back then is like you're telling me the apes haven't advanced. Yeah. They haven't kept any of those advancements, and they got back into caveman days or whatever.
Actually, I would say that, in a strange way. Actually, no, it wouldn't. Well, I'm gonna say it could have been a prequel to the Tim Burton Mark Wahlberg one, but That's on a different planet, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so.
I don't know. You know what I have to say? I did watch it in the cinema. There's nothing memorable about it myself.
Because I remember how it ends.
Yeah.
He goes back into his spaceship, and then he ends up
in the future.
Yeah.
Where Abraham Lincoln is there.
Yeah.
So, the Abraham Lincoln statue, by the way.
Yeah. So, no, my theory makes no sense. Don't worry about
that. All right. Robocop 1987 and Robocop 2014. I think 2014 tried to make it a drama, an actual character drama about a guy who gets put in a robot exoskeleton or whatever it is after being in, going to pieces. Yeah. But that's not what the first one was about. Yeah. The 1987 one is like, it's an action movie.
Yeah.
And I thought it was more entertaining than 2014 just tried too hard to make you emotionally attached to the character and just forgot that it's meant to be a silly Robocop. Not a silly Robocop. It was meant to be an action film. I think it's also hindered by PG-13, whatever it was.
Yeah.
They couldn't go over the top, silly, bloody as they did with the 1987 ones. I mean, people got blown to pieces and blood was flying everywhere.
Yeah, but
we look too sleek as well. As what's his name? Peter Weller's one looks clunky. Yeah, it was for the era.
Yeah,
yeah. But he just looked too like now you're basically a cyborg and your suit is too advanced.
Yeah.
For everything that was what's going on.
Yeah.
So you could just easily do it. Now that you can maneuver so easily, it's like, well, you're overpowered in the movie that other characters are normal mobsters. How are they gonna do anything to build up any tension?
I don't know.
That might be why they try to focus more on the character drama, but it dragged.
It did drag. I don't mind the 2014 one. I think it's alright. But like how I see they were going with it is like you were saying back then because it was clunky.
Yeah.
But that's like the 80s, so you can get rid of that stuff. But because they sort of set this one in the future, and then
that was set in the future.
But the future of now, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And how the bad guys were sort of all had exoskeletons and stuff like that. So it sort of makes sense that he would be that sleep because obviously, if they made a sequel ever, they'd be building to more people like him. So it would make more sense rather than like in Robocop 3 where he's fighting robots, and it shows how crappy he was then when he was fighting cyborgs and stuff.
Okay.
But I would say watch both of them.
All right, I'll tell you what. The last one we'll do for this, and we might have to make two parts, but the last one we'll do for this one.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 1990 and the 2014 one. What's your opinions on those?
Both good. But
now I'd say personally, I think the 2014 one they threw too. You can see there's budget and CG and everything, but I think they threw too much at you. We got money. Let's do lots of cool stuff. Yeah. Rather than for the first one, didn't have a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
But the practical suits, they did it, and it was more in line with the era of I want to say the cartoons, the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles cartoon.
Slightly, because they're more out there in the film than the cartoon.
But I think what it is they were over reliant on CG to fix everything on that. It just was like, okay, these things aren't. They got the actors there in their motion capture suits, but these things don't seem like they're physically there.
Yeah.
Whereas these, the rubber suits don't look great.
Yeah.
But they were physically there, and they just seemed to have more personality because of that, the physical movements.
I would say the only I agree with everything you're saying about the 90s one.
Yep.
Because the 2014 one, I think it's okay. The sequel's a hell of a lot better.
Out of the Shadows, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. The sequels to the 2014 one, or
the sequel to the 2014 one.
Oh, not the.
Might sound bad. I would say skip the first
Secret of the. So you're saying we need to skip Secret of the Ooze, which is
no. Like 90s one. Yeah. Number one, that's awesome. I love that film.
Yeah.
What about the 2000 one?
Yeah.
2014 one. Skip that one and watch the sequel because that's a lot better.
Yeah. Also, I'd say skip Tales 2 Secret of the Ooze.
No. Tales of the Ooze. Secret of the Ooze is best.
What are you talking about? I think they just got a bit too cartoony. Where they got the
you're right. Yeah, it gets a bit.
Who are they fighting? Razor and
Tokar and Razor.
Yeah, it's just like, and then Bustin and Vanilla Ice is like go ninja. It's like what?
But like,
and Tales in Time was a shambles.
but for kids, number 2 is awesome. Like I was saying, like if you're seeing it out of kid size, 1 and 2 are awesome. 3 even for a kid is terrible. But like, but like with the 2, because the first one of the 1990s one, it's really dark. It's sort of dark, but it's like, you know.
When you say dark as well, it's filmed kind of like a less.
And then the second one sort of like.
It's not so bright.
Yeah.
You know, technically looking, but that's because I think they're trying to hide the imperfections of the suits and stuff like that. But then they kind of fit the shredder suit and the Splinter suit. The kind of is suited.
It's suited where they're filming.
Yeah.
But then the second one, obviously, got a bit more budget, so it's all lighty and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But then
then they showed that like rubber. I think rubber suits a bit too. Tales of Time definitely just made the rubber suits, and it's like, oh come on, you can tell.
And then it's just, and the same as sort of. It's opposite with the 2001, the 2014 one.
Yeah.
The CGI was kind of janking that as well.
Yeah.
But then in the second one, obviously, they noticed that but they could use it better and mask certain things. That's why that one's a lot more better, because they're having more interaction with other CGI things, so it works more.
Oh yeah. Kind of made sense. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're gonna cut this here.
Yes. Sir.
Even though there's a couple more. We could go through, but right now we're going to cut this roughly hour mark. Otherwise, we're not going to.
We're going forever.
Exactly. All right, so this is your host CY Chung and
Carl Charles, and we'd like to thank you for taking a trip from the multiverse with us.
I keep messing up. I said it. Just like Evil Dead 3.